making your way in the world today. You really need a pod. Why don't you put your headphones in and give this one a shot? Wouldn't you like to just listen away and go to a place where everybody knows who you are? Listen to two guys brew ha ha. Cold Street Brewery and Full Buddy Cast, two of the greatest names. Why don't you go and listen to this episode? All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening to the episode of Full Buddy Cast presents BrewHaha. We got Sean McDonald, the owner-operator, beautiful model, captain, what else would you call it? Captain. You know, I think each week we'll come up with something new for you.
Hot.
The Scott service.
Damn hot.
Dude, we're in a sauna, a.k.a. the podcast room. And thankfully...
I mean, it's hot outside.
Thank
it's
goodness
not just in here.
For Sean, because he's brought some brews for us. We're going to drink a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit. And we're going to sweat a ton. Yeah. So, but let me do a quick little... While he's pouring the beer of the week for us, or at least getting it going. 1627 Cole Street, Enumclaw, Washington, 98022. Come check it out. Come say hi. There's a lot of stuff that you can do at Cole Street. There's other winery. There's a couple wineries, a couple breweries around town. Make a day of it. Come on down, have a beer. Then live music on Saturdays, comedy first week of the month, first Wednesday of the month, cruise Enumclaw on the first Friday of every month. There's always something going on, guys. You got to come out, say hi to Sean, buy a Full Buddy Cast hoodie, and get 15% off your drink as well. All right,
we got some summer fruit.
I was going to say,
beer
you got
right
something
here.
cool looking here.
All right, so I'm starting this new summer short series. Actually, I'm bringing back the summer short series.
Oh, really?
And I am connecting with another local business downtown.
Yeah.
Lost Beach.
And
your boy from Hollering with Hollenbeck.
Joey.
He hangs out down there quite a bit.
Quite a bit. Security walks around.
Yeah, you might catch him down there. He's the one that kind of came in the place and was like, "Hey, can you make me a kind of a pink beer?"
Can I do it like this? Can I be him? Since I'm
sure.
Okay. Hey Sean, what's up, bud? Hey, you got like a pink beer, bro? Like something, you know, like got a little pizzazz or something, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of makes it, you know, kind of pop.
Yep. That's it. Almost exactly what he said too. He's like, "Well, I want to just," and I threw some ideas at him, and he's like, "Well, I want to make sure it pops." I'm like,
Dude, I called it.
Like, yeah, pops. Well, it has to have fizz.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my beers have fizz. It's not flat.
Right.
But so, you know, dinking around with the pink color.
Yeah.
So also, in the past, I did a summer short series. So during the summers on Sundays, I would release like a small batch that were my test batches.
Nice.
So that's where a lot of my beers came from. Mango Peach actually came from one of my short batches where I wasn't sure. I was kind of just thinking with it, right? And I didn't want to make a big batch and kind of fail at it. I've done a lot of different beers that way. The raspberry came from that. A lot of different beers came from that. So I haven't done it in a couple of years because it's not cost effective to be doing experimental. I'm making what really sells. That being said, it's kind of time to open my mind and start dinking with stuff, start playing with some stuff.
Dude, I like that.
But we are going to change it a little bit. So Sundays in the summer right now, we have Sundays on Cole. Yeah. So that's a pretty busy day where there's a lot of traffic coming through that may not even know that this event's going on. And I don't really want to, you know, it's not that I don't want them to sample the beer too, but this is kind of like I want more of our locals and our people that really it changes their mind whether they're going to come in if
they come in or not. Now, can I take a sip of this thing yet? Goodness! Now it's got a little red hue to it.
Yeah,
the little pink hue. I'm gonna sip. I'm gonna smell it. Ooh, it smells like a little strawberry to it. It's got the fizz. It's got the sweet. It's got the strawberry taste to it. What else is a part of this thing?
This is not a strawberry.
Wrong fruit. Rhubarb?
Wrong fruit.
Raspberry?
Wrong fruit. You're never going to get this fruit. It is a little spendy, but that's fine. That's why we're also doing it.
But only the best for Joey.
Yeah, only the best for Joey.
Only the best for Joey. Who cares if it's spendy? Who cares?
So
Joey, top dog.
So I have done this beer before in my summer short series. This is a perfection of that, where I've actually made it much better. The first time it came out cloudy.
Blackberry.
No, I already have a blackberry.
No,
why would I redo that?
You just said you've done this before, so I didn't.
In a small batch.
Cranberry.
Nope.
This is.
You can keep guessing, and maybe you'll hit some of the ones that I have coming in the future, but you haven't even touched any of those yet.
It's mango.
I've already done mango. I have mango on tap.
Yeah, that's right.
And mango's not pink.
What the frick? Is it a juju fruit?
I don't know. What does it taste like?
Strawberry. It's got a strawberry taste. Oh, peach. No. Mango peach.
It's dragon fruit.
Oh, it's dragon fruit.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's dragon fruit.
I pictured it in my head.
Which outside is pink, inside is white. But I let the
Joey.
outside soak.
That works out well.
Yeah.
When he gets barbecued by his hot, it's pink.
So this is going to be our first one that comes out. And it'll come out. So the other thing I'm
cool. He's got his own beer.
I'm doing two days of the week.
So cool.
Wednesdays and Thursdays. It's not his beer. It's not his beer,
but it's so cool that he walked in there and said, "Hey, this is what I want."
This is a collaboration with another business.
So cool.
And how it's going to work is on Wednesdays and Thursdays you can get this beer. So Lost Beach is open from 11 till 5, and then Cole Street Brewery is open from 5 to 9. So you can go into Lost Beach like earlier in the day, kind of lunchtime, early lunch.
Yeah.
And then you can come into Cole Street dinner time, evening time.
Yeah.
And you can sample the beer at both locations.
So what's it called?
So this is just called the DragonFruit. This is called the Summer Short Series DragonFruit Ale.
So it's not like Lost Beach. There's like
none of these are
flex on the beach.
No. He hasn't paid me. He hasn't paid me he hasn't paid me the money to have a beer named after. As soon as there's money exchanged.
Oh, so maybe. Wait. So I could just say I want to do a collab, and then all of a sudden you're talking, and you just do it.
Yeah.
But in order to get it named, I have to pay.
You have to put money on it. Yep.
Gosh, I want to be a millionaire so bad. Every beer would be named after me.
Don't we all want to be millionaires?
Wouldn't it be great for
be much
a
easier.
moment? Well, that's cool. That's exciting. I want to. I can't wait to be.
So we also have these little booklets.
Yeah,
that we hand out.
I want to see that booklet.
So in the booklet, it has like the different.
It actually breaks it down.
Yeah, so you're sampling it and giving us your opinion on the aroma, on the flavor, mouthfeel, and then rating it. Like I think. It's
you've got other ones coming up.
Yep. So this lists everything that I have coming out this summer.
Dude, this is way cool. Who gave you this idea?
So I've done it in the past.
Really?
I collaborated with the King County Library, the Enumclaw Library.
Who's known for drinks.
In 2017, I want to say. And so I've done this thing before.
What a great idea. This is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Each week, this is just for the listeners out there. Each week, Sean, he completely blows me away. Every time, he blows me away. It was cheese like a while, the last one. It's this one. He's got some sweet looking booklet that is very well put together. I gotta say, it looks great. So
it also lists all the activities that are coming up in August.
Dude, yeah.
Like the Kid Crawl on August 13th.
Cowboy Crawl.
Well, the Kid Cowboy Crawl.
It sounds weird if you say Kid Crawl. You can't do that. We live in a world right now.
Cowboy Kid Crawl, which starts at noon, and then the Cowboy Crawl, which is adults only, starts after 3 on August 13th.
Good thing you didn't say Kid Crawl is adults only, because that would just get super weird.
And then we have the community dinner coming up, which is at the end of August. I've sent out some messages to people because I know that that's going to sell out. That's a really cool event. We haven't done that since 2018.
What's it called?
It's like the community dinner on Cole Street.
We bought tickets. Jamie and I bought tickets. We're on your side with Chef Kai.
Yep. So we shut down Cole Street every weekend, which we always do. But then we put tables in the middle of the street. So this is the last weekend
27th
of Sundays on Cole. It's on the 28th.
28th. Sorry, 28th. Yes.
It's the last Sunday of August, which is August 28th. Right after Sundays on Cole ends, then we put out tables, and then we have food in the middle of the street.
A big community dinner.
You have to buy tickets for it because we are limited on seating. So on my side, which is the Myrtle and Cole Street side,
that's the one I'm on,
is Chef Kai.
We dress in blue.
No.
Red?
No, you don't have to dress in anything.
Okay.
green, if anything. So Chef Kai is on this side, and then on the opposite side, which is the initial side, is going to be casting iron. Is going to cater it.
We're going to get them.
So they're all like that's barbecue over there. Chef Kai is like a roasted chicken.
Yeah, Chef Kai is going to bring the heat, and then Joey's going to be out on like some alley with his Traeger doing like, hey, I got some lobster mac out of a microwave. Walks in, I just see him just walk in. What's up? Hey, what's up, Sean? Got something that pops? Got some pink that pops? I can see it. So then the next one coming up, which we're going to talk about at some point, it's I'm guessing maybe not today or not tomorrow, but is it affiliated with somebody else, or is the entire summer series you and Lost Beach?
Yeah, just me and Lost Beach right now.
That's so cool. You know, I can see it. There's probably like another. So cool that there could be like another logo on there, just kind of sitting on there.
Can you host a beer tasting?
Oh, are you doing a beer tasting there too?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That you can go in and try the beer at Lost Coast between
Lost Beach.
Sorry,
it's okay. I like Lost Coast.
Lost
I'd
Coast
actually
is
go
the
there.
name of a brewery. That's why
kidding. I love Lost Beach.
Lost Beach from 11 a.m. till 5 p.m. You can sample the beer.
Oh, okay. Okay. My bad. I thought it was Wednesday and Thursday only on your tap.
Nope. It's Wednesdays and Thursdays only, and only at Lost Beach from 11 till 5, and then 5 till 9.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's very limited release. Only a certain amount of people can get samples of it.
For clearing that up for me, because I did not understand that, but now I understand that. So 11 to 5 there, 5 to 9 at Cole Street, Wednesdays and Thursdays. Exciting. Yeah. Good stuff.
Trying to get some attention to Lost Beach.
Yeah, I love Lost Beach. A little shout out to them real quick, because Jamie and I, when we go on vacation, we like to at least buy one like new article of clothing for that vacation, and we'll wear it out, whether it's going to the pool, or it's whether going out to eat, or whether it's going golfing. We've got something new that we look forward to with it. So, I don't know. Why don't you make my tradition your tradition? And that's always good, too.
All right. So, I have a story to tell.
Okay, wait, hold on, everyone. Sean McDonald.
Oh, no.
The man, the myth, the legend, the captain, El Capitan.
Let me fill up my beer.
That's what I'm doing. Fill mine up too. I haven't seen Sean episode wise in a while. We like to record ahead of time.
2 weeks.
It's been a while, but it's nice to. But here's the thing. He's got a story for us. So I'm going to sit back. I'm going to give my ums and ahs and ns, but I'm going to listen to this thing as much as you guys are. I'm paying attention.
Well, I want your opinion.
But I'm
focused. You're gonna jump in like any bystander would jump in. Like, wait a minute. So and clarify
some things. I'll do that
like,
too. Sounds good. And then should we preface this with? Is it gossip? Like
no. This is a real thing. I'm gonna keep names out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see how it ends.
Okay, it's a good one. It's a story. It's a story.
It's a very interesting story that makes you think.
Amanda, Holly, Desi, anyone that's listening right now, drop everything. Stop what you're friggin' doing. I don't care, Holly, if someone's dying and you're the nurse there and you're transplanting a heart into into them. Desi, I don't care if Tom's got you focused on some Excel spreadsheet, you delete the whole thing right then and there. I mean, I don't care if a cat got out or a dog got out or friggin' your place is on fire. You're sitting, and you're listening to this thing. And anyone else, pay attention as well. We want your comments on this story. Rate it.
Sure.
0 to 10?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna blow the ending, because it would have been better to just keep this going for. We could do it multiple episodes and like a
true crime. The Sean True Crime. We could do that. Tune in next week.
No, let's not.
Okay. I'm sitting back.
I don't have to think about this more than I actually have to think about this.
Let's roll.
All right. So this is a couple weeks ago. And it starts on a Saturday night. One of my staff members come out and goes into the beer garden. They glance down the street, and in front of the Mint, there's somebody there that has a couple of rolly bags, right? Like you're at
a suitcase,
like your airport bags,
yeah,
right? And they're like, well, that's kind of weird that somebody has bags. I look down and glance at it. I'm like, well, there's a lot of travelers, maybe they're waiting to get to Airbnb. Like the taxi cab dropped them off. They're going to get some food before they go to the
Makes
Airbnb,
sense.
And it's only a couple blocks away. They're just going to wheel it up to the, I see it. I don't think really anything of it. I'm like, that sort of thing happens occasionally.
And
right?
what's time of day was this?
This is evening time, like 6 o'clock.
Okay, so like someone
dinner
flew in.
time.
Yeah, makes
Right
sense.
Okay. Fast forward to the next day, Sunday. Or no. So that was early in the day. There's 2 times. Okay, so that was early in the day, like lunchtime. So now dinner time, there's a group in my beer garden, and they're just hanging out, right? And this guy picks up the dog dish, and he starts dumping the water.
Same dude.
I don't know. I didn't know.
Okay, so sorry, with the dog dish in front of your establishment.
So there's a dog running around in the beer garden.
Yeah.
And had water for the dog.
Okay.
Picks up the dog dish water bowl and is pouring it into a water bottle. And I go up to the guy. I'm like, hey, I can fill that up, And I just grab the water for him, go fill it up. He's like, so thankful. He's like, oh, thanks so much. To me, I'm like, why didn't you just go in the bathroom and just fill it up? That would have been easier than trying to dump it out of a water bowl.
I got some theories right now. I've seen some Disney movies. He could really be a dog. Keep going.
So anyway, that's kind of our exchange. Then he turns around and he goes to leave and he rolls away with the rolly bags.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, this is the guy that had the rolly bags earlier in front of the mint.
Okay.
So he has rolly bags and a dog, which again, that also rolls in. That's a lot of stuff to be carrying around.
Not an Airbnb, just getting dropped off by the airport kind of thing.
Maybe still, but kind of weird. The next day, Sunday, in the back of my shop by the bathrooms, there's a big table, and most of the people that are sitting at the table are veterans. I know them. They come in pretty often. They wear veteran type hats, and there's somebody back there hanging out with them, right? And he's got a dog running around, and I'm like, I wonder if that's the same guy. But I'm not really sure. Then something comes up about the QR code about about the QR code to donate to the fire table and all the stuff outside.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So this guy comes up to me. He's like, hey, so how much do you need to replace all the fire tables, replace all the chairs out there on Cole Street? I'm like, right around $2,000, give or take. I mean, some of it still works, but it'd be good. He's like, oh, $2,000? Is that all? Oh shit! I thought you were gonna ask for like $10,000 or something. That's no big deal.
And then you were like, wait, actually, it would be $10,000.
Well, no, I'm not greedy. I'm just like, well, okay, well, you can feel free to use the QR code and
like
you can
$20, whatever.
You can donate whatever you'd like to get us closer to that number, right? And he's like, well, shoot, that's nothing. I was just out there talking to the band that was playing tonight. I was gonna fly this band to Italy, and I went up there and asked him, do you want to go to Italy? And like, well, I don't know if everybody wants to go. Well, we can fix that. Do you want to go to Italy? Do you want to go to Italy? Do you want to go to Italy? Everybody's basically like, yeah, kind of want to go to Italy. Like, well, they just all said they want to go to Italy. And then the band leader's like, well, yeah, but I don't know if we have the money to do it. He's like, did I say anything about money? I just asked, do you want to go to Italy? Let's talk about it. Let's set up a time to go to Italy. So he's telling me this whole story. Again, kind of, throwing around that he's got a bunch of money and he's willing to, right?
This is a story.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people that get a couple drinks in them.
Yeah.
And they're millionaires,
Right.
right? I've dealt with that my whole entire life.
Yeah.
And I just nod and smile like, yeah, cool. The QR code's right there. Feel free to donate whatever you'd like to donate, whatever you feel comfortable with. Kind of walk away from that situation. He ends up leaving right after that. And guess what? He had him stashed like in the corner of my shop. I didn't even see him, but he goes wheeling off with these wheelies. Now, this is the second day that I've seen him, and he has the dog and the wheelies. So now,
can we time out for just a moment?
Yeah.
Is he buying beers? Like, is he's a customer? It's not like he's just like getting water and going to the bathroom and leaving. He's like,
no, he was a customer and he was a veteran. So he took a couple of veteran beers. The other veterans bought him beers and stuff.
So, but he's purchasing some beers as well.
And so in the discussion, he's a Purple Heart Award winner.
Wow.
Too. So he's a big vet, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm like, and that was this discussion again. This is all, I don't know if this is for sure or anything, but, this is the discussion back there that, oh, yeah, I'm Purple Heart, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so then he goes wheeling off, but now, there's a guy wandering around with bags 2 days in a row. Now you start to think, well,
right.
Is he homeless?
You're making a little bit of assumptions at this point.
And is he really a Purple Heart Award winner?
Right.
Or is he just, kind of on his own little level?
Saying
is he a millionaire?
Right.
There's all these question marks. And you're like, but either way, I don't really care because it doesn't affect me in any way.
Yeah, it's not, yeah.
Right? He could say whatever you like and wander on. If he leaves no money, I don't care.
Right.
Really. Okay. The next day, Monday, I'm closed. I'm sitting at home, working on my garden. All of a sudden, my phone rings. And he's like, hey, this is Evan. I'm like, who? He's like, well, the guy that was going to donate to your stuff yesterday. I'm like, oh, okay. What's up? He's like, well, yeah, I came to find you. I was coming down to your spot, and you weren't there, so I went to the restaurant next door, and they sent me down to your brewery. So I'm outside your brewery right now. Are you around? And I'm like, no, I'm kind of at home right now. What's up? Can I help you? He's like, well, actually, I was hoping you could just give me a lift to wherever you're buying those fire tables and those chairs from, and I'll just buy them for you. I'm like, well, I'm kind of busy right now. I can try and look around and see if I can find somebody else that maybe has a pickup to give you a ride. So now, in my mind, I'm going through this process. I'm like, drunk on a stool makes comments. That's fine, whatever. But now he's following up with a phone call. So now he's getting even, pretty serious about it.
It's either getting serious or weirder.
Right?
But it's starting to turn either way.
Is the story just getting thicker?
Right.
And now he wants a ride to like Bonnie Lake.
Yeah.
Is it just he wants a ride to Bonnie Lake?
Right.
Or does he really want to go and buy stuff, right? This guy is also a very large dude, much bigger than I am. So, I have this, he's got a dog and he's a bigger guy and you're in a vehicle. Yeah, that could go real tricky. So I kind of give him like, I'll try and find somebody. I'll let you know. Get off the phone with them. And I call this other person that I know that we do different business stuff with. Her husband is in law enforcement. So I asked her to ask him like, hey, what are you doing today? Could you maybe give this guy a ride? Because I feel like he would be able to handle that situation a little better than I could, right? Or at least interpret it better. But unfortunately, he was leaving town, or he was like flying out of town, so that didn't really work out. But then they basically said, "Hey, there's too many red flags with this. Like, I don't think you should do this. It's a real red flag." I'm like, "All right, well, I'm just gonna let that dog lie.
Right?
Just like
Makes
I'm not gonna call him back. Also,
if you see him on Wednesday or Thursday,
I should also mention that he called me from my brewery, and he wheeled his bags
all the way there,
down to my brewery. So again, this is the third day in a row. Now I got.
Can I ask something real quick about these wheels? Uh-huh. Are they the ones that kind of like rotate? Like
they're the ones that go
360.
Yeah, they go. Yeah, all around.
Not like he's just pulling. He's not dragging them.
They're
kind of nice wheels.
They're the good bags.
They're kind of nice wheels. I have these now.
So okay. I got a little information from one of the other bartenders that kind of had talked to him a little bit about the bags and that sort of thing. So evidently, he was supposed to fly to Italy. This is carrying on that Italy conversation,
story. Yeah, yeah.
Right? He was supposed to go, but then there weren't enough people on the flight,
so they canceled it.
They canceled it, and they postponed it for a couple of days, and they're supposed to get back to him when it's available again. So he went to the guest house, and this was also King County Fair weekend.
Okay.
He went to the guest house, and they said that they didn't have a room available for him.
So was there a manger involved? Is there an inn?
In my mind, just think about it. The guest house doesn't have a room available. It's a pretty big place with an awful lot of rooms that don't really rent out all that much.
Ranchito could sell a booth to him, too.
So, and then the other thing was they didn't have like extended stays. So he wanted to stay for like a week. And so then that's the news story that basically he has to check in and then every day check out.
Right.
And then come back and check back in. And so that's why he's wandering around with the bags. So there's some story to that you're like, okay, it could be real.
Everything has like an ounce of like, okay,
right?
reality.
It could be.
Yeah.
But it's also, it's just a touch shady.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't know. Right. I don't know. He seems really nice, but it's also, he's he's got a little edge to him, which is kind of that military, like a lot of military vets have that edge too, that you're like, I don't know. So anyway, I let that dog lie. That was on Monday. Tuesday morning, my buddy, Jaron Jokula from Jokula Real Estate.
There we go.
He calls me up and says, hey, you kind of know some of the stuff that goes on downtown. Have you seen this guy wandering around with wheelie bags and a dog? And I'm like, oh, do I have a story for you? Right?
Spot a house.
Right? Well, he walked into their office and said, hey, I've been staying down at this hotel, and it's pretty ridiculous having to pay every night. I would like to just buy a house. I have $900,000 to spend on a house. Can you find me a house within a day? Now, Jaron wasn't there, so his little ladies are down there.
My joke is reality right now? It's crazy.
Yeah. And so his little ladies are down there, and like I said, he's a big dude.
Yeah.
That's wandering around with bags and a dog. And he says that he has money, but it's like, oh, can we actually see the money? Like,
right.
So, and Jaron, calls me and like, what's the scoop on this? I'm like, well, here's my story. I don't know. I haven't really passed judgment, but I'm kind of leaning towards the safer side of just like leaving it alone. So Jaron's like, well, I'm going to call up Tony Ryan and see if he knows anything about it, if they ran his name or anything like that.
Way to omit names out of this entire thing.
Well, those names are fine. So he calls me back a little while later, and he actually says, well, I guess he also, after he left our office, he went over to Fugit and said, hey, I'd like to just buy a car. And they're like, well, we're going to have to run your credit. So they ran his credit. And basically they're, said he could buy anything on the lot with no problem. His credit was
flawless.
Beautiful. Yeah. But did he buy a car? No. He wanted something that they didn't actually have. He's like, well, I want well, that'll take us a week. Well, I don't have a week. So he could buy a car, but then he didn't end up buying a car. And then, so he's still wandering around, wheeling around his bags. I was like, okay. But after Jaron had told me that, I was like, all right, well, maybe I'll just call this guy back. I call him back. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, well, my truck's empty. Do you still want to go pick up tables or whatever? And so we end up driving all the way to Bonnie Lake. And he's yak. He talked the whole time. But and he walks in the store, and we look at the fire tables. He's like, oh, those aren't the nice ones. Let's get these nicer ones. And then he looks at these chairs. I kind of shut him down because he was going to buy a lot more chairs, but they're kind of those off the wall colors. Right. They're really bright colors. I'm like, let's stick to kind of.
Yeah. So
he just bought all the darker colors, and then we went to the cash register, and he charged it all out and put it on his card. Came out to $1,800, and he's like, oh, well, I told you I'd spend $2,000. I'm like, no, man, that's fine. $1,800. That's.
Are you kidding me?
That's fine. Yeah, and then we drove back to Enumclaw, and then he helped me put the fire tables together, and then put them all out there.
Are you kidding me?
Right? Okay. And then he got the call from the airport,
and he flew off.
Yep.
Dude's like the guy,
right?
Is he an angel? I think he might be an angel. I think he just showed up to fulfill some wishes here.
I know.
And then he I'm good now, and he takes off.
Right. So it's one of those I don't know. Yeah.
Was he the one that cruised through that one night that we were at? When I ran into you and you're like, hey, I got a story for you, because he was talking about QR codes and he was trying to get like chicken wings or like mozzarella sticks.
Yep.
That was the guy.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That was, he had problems getting, that was another one of those funny stories. So, or parts of this story that's like kind of true, kind of not. I could see it happening. Is, so he took the light rail to Auburn, and then he took a bus from Auburn to Enumclaw with his bags and his dog.
How did he know to go to Enumclaw?
I don't know.
Okay, sorry.
But then he wanted to go back to Auburn, but they wouldn't let him back on the bus because he had too many bags.
Weird.
And he's like, but I've already ridden this bus and they're like, nope, can't. So that's why he was still here, and he was waiting for. So then he had called an Uber, and he was in, and then he was hungry, but it was after 9:00, so all the restaurants had closed.
Bro,
right? Again, why didn't you just rent a car? Why at the airport rent a car? I don't know. There's so many holes. There's so many questions.
But he bought them. I was going to say that when I was down...
He spent $1,800 without even blinking.
And it's all set up.
Yeah. They're down there already. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dude.
That's a story, right?
That's a story and a half.
Great dude.
This dude just floated in like no biggie and just took care of things.
Yeah. And he's going to his 18-acre farm in Italy somewhere.
So, question... We don't know the guy's name. I think he dropped it. Do you want me to blur it out or no?
No. Well, we do.
We can say the first name.
Yeah.
He didn't say last name.
Yeah, his name's Evan. I don't even know how to pronounce his last name.
So we're going to leave it like that.
Yeah.
So, Evan, more power to you. Proud of you. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah,
super
thank you
shout
so
out.
much,
Super duper shout out for that. Yeah. And then he's like Kaiser Soze. He just disappeared.
Yeah.
Was there like you didn't even get an email? Like,
nope.
Would you be surprised tomorrow if he called you up out of nowhere? Or
he has my phone number. I have his phone number.
But even then, like, who knows? If he called it right now, it might just be blocked. Maybe he just did his quick thing and he's out.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, that guy was so focused on some getting some food though. You could tell he was getting hungry and like everything was kind of shutting down.
And like I said, I think he was pretty frustrated at that point. Like, God,
yeah, he just wanted to get some freaking mozzarella sticks and like half the town was like, "Sorry, we don't do mozzarella sticks anymore."
Yeah.
Dude. Wow.
Right?
I'm blown away.
Yeah. It's a beer story, right?
Cheers.
Beers and,
Cheers. Should name a beer after that guy. Frickin' man. That guy, he paid his money.
He paid his money.
He just didn't specify that he wanted a beer.
Yeah. It didn't go towards the materials of making the beer. Right?
So the fire tables, then explain this to me real quick. Is that for you, or is that for the group, or is that for town?
For town, for when we close down Cole Street. So he bought 3 new fire tables, and then
were some of them like getting beaten up? Like what was going on?
We've had those since 2020.
Okay, 2 years.
And we've brought them out every weekend, so that's like what 100. I did it. I think 132 weekends or 132 times they got brought out, and people have sat at them and used them, and so they've gotten pretty broken down. They still work as tables right now, but when we go into this fall, we're not going to light them again because they're all broken. They're not going to work, so we need to replace them. Yeah, that's why I've made these QR codes. So if you look around, there's some stand-ups that are down there by the stage and that sort of thing.
Outdoor ambiance donations. Yeah.
Yeah. On the one side, it's to donate to the fire tables and the chairs. On the other side, we just say like downtown activities. That's for the live music. Or when we do like the snow, that comes from the roofs, or the different activities that we do down there.
So each QR code is different.
There's 2 different ones, yeah.
But okay.
But that's how you can donate. It goes to the Enumclaw Business Owners Collective, which is a group of local businesses that have all come together and put all that stuff together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. What a story.
That's why I had to tell it. I'm like, I can't keep
it in
anymore.
Did he buy a house from Jokela?
I don't know. Well, that was the other. It's like if you're gonna fly away, like you're gonna buy a house and then just have a house.
Maybe he liked the vibe.
Yeah, I think he did. That's why he wanted to donate to the. He's like he loved the street being closed down and
give back a little bit.
People hanging out. Yeah.
Was he talking to other people, or was he kind of keeping to himself?
Yeah. Well, that's where he blended in the first couple times I saw him, because he was in my beer garden with a group of people. I thought he was with those people, and then he wandered off on his own with the bags. And the same thing with the veterans in the back. He was just like blended in with them, hanging out because they're all veterans. And then he just went off on his own. It's like he just blends in with groups and kind of hangs out with the groups for a little while, and then
he was just making friends, having a good time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a great story.
Yeah. A little weird. Little sketch. There's quite a few times that people were like, no, don't do that.
Now, in your mind, when he walked up there, you'd already known the Fugit credit thing, so you kind of had an idea. But were you fully expecting I
had money in my pocket if he couldn't cover
in case
the whole thing,
it was it was well, this is too much limit or something like that, and you're like,
I did, yeah, just to save face that way in case he was embarrassed. Oh no, I got it, no big deal.
And you were planning on getting him anyways. In a sense.
Eventually, it needed to be purchased.
Needed to be done.
Right.
That's a crazy story. It's also 1,000 degrees in here, and I feel like I'm just seeing stars, and I'm drinking this delicious
I know, but it's a good beer for good beer for hot days, right?
Super good. I took a picture. I'm going to post it. It was of how I've just got a fan directly pointed at you, and I got nothing.
Well, there's a fan over there, isn't there?
No, that's a heater. That's not on.
Yeah, but you also hang out in this room all day long.
Yeah, so I
don't know why you hang out in this room all day long.
This is I got a little sunburn on my face too, but I don't think people can see how much I'm sweating right now. I feel like I'm just sweating. I got to release the hounds right there with lift the. But look at you, man. You got the fan. Credit. What is this? A new hat?
What?
You look like Forrest Gump right now with that hat on, with that beard. You look I gotta take another picture. You look like Forrest Gump with that hat.
What?
And that beard. What the heck? It's a Forrest Gump sighting.
Beer never broke my heart.
That's a great hat. Is that a new one from you?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is from Luke Combs.
Oh, no, but the on the back is the Luke Combs hat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You bought it at the did you go listen to him?
Yeah.
When was that?
I don't know, like a month ago. It's the first concert I've gone to.
I don't think we talked about
forever.
that yet. Let's finish up with that, and then we'll go into our
I love Luke Combs, always have, because I love how he gives back to where he came from, and he started like older in life. He had a whole career and then started just writing music because he like lived above a bar, started going down to like open mic sort of thing, and kind of just diddling on a guitar. Didn't even know how to play until I think he was like 25 or 28 years old before he even picked up a guitar, something like that. And then he's just become super successful. And I've always connected with a lot of his songs, like Beer Never Broke My Heart, a lot of different beer songs.
Yeah.
He does drink Miller Lite, which I don't really agree with.
But at the same time, he's probably sponsored. He's probably sponsored by him,
sure.
So then he gets cases and cases. Now, if you wanted to.
And Columbia Sportswear, because he goes fly fishing.
Dude.
But yeah, so bought tickets for this concert. It was supposed to be in 2019. Or no, it was supposed to be like early in 2020, maybe in March, actually. But then that was the whole shutdown. It got postponed. Then our tickets got moved to like Oregon. But then the whole vaccination verification thing was going through. Didn't actually know what the rules were. If we were going to have to wear masks the whole time. So I kind of just said, screw it, put it back in the pot. And then he ended up coming up here to Seattle. And it's his last show that he's going to do for a while because his wife is pregnant. It was like ready to pop. She has since then.
Popped?
Yeah. But super funny. And I'm sure there's a lot of people. I ran into a lot of people from Unum Claw. My phone kept getting pictures of me. I wasn't drinking
People
shit
were
beer.
seeing you.
But it was super funny because we had really good tickets on the floor, and it poured down rain the whole entire time.
Oh,
There's some great pictures with the camera going out towards the crowd, and so you see the artist with the rain coming down, and it literally poured the whole concert.
No way.
But it was such a great concert, you didn't even notice it. It was still pretty warm. It wasn't like a cold day, but it was raining the whole time. So we spent extra money to be on the floor, and then all the cheap seats were undercover. Kind of funny how that is.
Yeah, you got the hookup on that one.
But great concert. Yeah, a lot of fun.
So, shout-outs. We're at the time.
Oh.
You want to shout out Evan? I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Evan.
There's a huge shout-out. Long shout-out.
Yeah.
Good shout-out.
Told his story. His Enum Claw version of the story, anyway.
So I got my own shout out. I'm going to do Patreons real quick. Colin Hall, Holly Graphic, Madrid, Adam Kenny Art, Seth Loop, Desiree, Desi B, Cassie Spencer, Amanda Keating, Shekinah Sarver, Jared Skelly, Homer Robertson, Veronica Lara, Ben Elman, Jamie Roberts, Jamie Kenny, Apollo Doodle, Jackson Zyduk, Sasha Carey, Russell Brandon, Thomas Savajo. Now here's the thing. My shout out is going to go to you, John and Jen Salbrack, because you guys will troll me on Fridays all the time.
Mazatlan Fridays.
It's Full Buddy Friday at Mazatlan. Yeah. You'll take a picture. You'll tag me in it. So this, like a couple weeks or like last week, I was hoping to catch you guys. So I'm like, I told you, we went out with a few people and I was like, hey, we're going to take a picture, but we're going to be there when John, Jen, and Sean are there. And we're going to catch them doing the full buddy thing, and we're going to be there already.
Too bad they were going to Idaho.
Yeah.
So
sucks.
we actually went to Mazatlan that Wednesday.
Wednesday. I don't know where I was at, but all of a sudden I get tagged in this thing from her, and I'm like, dang it.
We still go to Mazatlan.
This is gonna ruin my
normally on Fridays.
My plan. But anyway, shout out to you guys for always trolling the crap out of me and then you guys are like, oh wait, he's announcing a Full Buddy Friday. We won't be there then, but then we'll do our own. Be like, hey, where is everyone?
And then I love the troll back is like, well, what day is it on? It's in the name. It's on Friday.
It's a fun little thing we got going on. All right, everyone, thanks so much for listening. Go visit, try out one of those new fire tables over there on Cole Street, 1627 Cole Street. Saturdays definitely shut down. The first Friday of the month, not shut down because of cruise, but that night it will be, and then halfway through the day. And then definitely check out
live music on Saturdays and Sundays all the way until October.
Yep, and also Sundays on Cole. August 28th, buy your tickets. Get on our side. We're repping Chef Kai and Cole Street Brewery.
Yep.
Have a great week, everyone.
All right, cheers.
Making your way in the world today, you really need a pod. Why don't you put your headphones in and give this one a shot? Wouldn't you like to just listen away and go to a place where everybody knows who you are? Listen to Two Guys BrewHaha, Cole Street Brewery and Full Buddy Cast, two of the greatest names. Why don't you go and listen to this episode?